So let's talk about the different kinds of plants. I was saying before, first, let's draw grass, because grass is a good beginning. Grass is basically just stuff sticking up like this. Palm trees, by the way, are a kind of grass. All right? And grass, here's one of my ground planes. Here's another one behind it, and there's more grass. So one of the things that I need to do is keep in mind simple and complex. Okay, so here, this is complex because there's a lot going on. Here, this is simple. There's not a lot going on. So what I want to have is simple, complex, simple, complex. And you can get very clever about this. You can make it either, clearer or less clear. See, I can bring these grasses in closer, so it's less clear. Or I can come over here like this and make it more clear. And if I want to show messy grasses, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the layers closer together and farther apart and closer together and farther apart. So this becomes a kind of complex, and this becomes a kind of simple. All right? And bringing them closer together and farther apart conceals the trick. All right? With certain kinds of plants, bushy plants, you want to, in fact, most plants, I would say, you want to keep in mind the fact that the outside of the plant, its job is to provide a good silhouette. That's the function of that part of the plant. So, I'm not going to write silhouette, it takes too long. S-I-L. Okay? Now, the back part of the plant is farther back than the middle of the plant. So I might draw the middle of the plant, starting here, just a little bit closer. And I'm going to do what I did with the grass. I'm going to put in what amounts to being that turning edge I was talking about yesterday, right? So yesterday we were talking about a cylinder and how the turning edge is here. That rolls the backside away. And this comes in and basically takes the front part and throws it into shadow. And then I use a mass in here for simplicity. There is reflected light in there, but I'm just ignoring it. Okay? With the bush, what I'm doing is I'm taking this idea and I'm saying the back looks like this. But I want the back to turn over, so I need a turning edge, you see? So I'm putting the turning edge in front of it. Then where the core is, right here, this is a good place to put a lot of leaves, because it's going to make it darker. I can even fill it in if I want. And in the bottom of the plant, I might even add some plant shape to it. See what I'm talking about? So this turns into this, which is simply an explanation of what we're doing here. Okay? So I get here. I'm going to pull my plant forward a little bit, and I'll come in and I'll put in more complex series of shapes in the front, see? Going like this. That's where the turning edge would be, and there I have a plant. And what I have down here, and I want you to see this, is I'm basically pushing my plant back, because if I don't, my plant's going to read as a graphic shape. It's not going to read as a dimensional shape. Does everybody see what I'm talking about? Are you seeing what I'm getting? Okay. Basically, if I have the plant without having it come forward, it's going to read like this, which is not a dimensional shape. It's a graphic shape. If I have my plant with the base coming forward, it's going to read like this. See what I mean? That's a dimensional shape. Everybody follow? Also, my plant will start getting a little darker as we come down towards the core. So, remember yesterday I said basically drawing is just a bunch of overlaps? I wasn't exaggerating. It's just this. Okay? The other thing is, it's silhouette. So overlaps. Silhouette. silhouettes, because that's the outside shape. That's part of our silhouette is part of our layer, see? This would be a silhouette going like this. So the back of the plant is part of the silhouette. And then I'm building the plant forward in front of that, right? So when I'm painting, I'm going to cut out that flat shape first to make that work.